Hello, and welcome to my channel, The Love Narrative. Ryan's shoes squished through the puddles of Brooklyn streets, reflecting the flickering orange glow of streetlights. The rain was relentless, a cold, drenching curtain that made every step feel heavier. He barely noticed the chill. Nothing mattered anymore. Tonight, he was going to lose Olivia forever. Olivia. The name alone made his chest ache. He remembered the first time he saw her in the small corner coffee shop near their high school. Her laugh had been like music, her smile like sunlight piercing through a cloudy day. He, in his threadbare hoodie and worn-out sneakers, had felt invisible. Yet, she had noticed him. They had fallen in love slowly, secretly, passionately. But reality had a cruel way of interfering. "Ryan, we need to talk." Olivia's voice pierced the storm as she opened her designer umbrella. Her clothes glistened, silk that stayed perfectly dry despite the rain, gold bracelets catching the dim light. Her hair, flawless. He, soaked, shivering, stared up at her. Her eyes, they were distant, cold, sharp. They weren't the eyes of the girl he loved. They belonged to someone else entirely. I love you, Olivia," he whispered, voice cracking. She laughed. Not kindly, not warmly, mockingly. "Love doesn't pay bills, Ryan," she said. Each word cut deeper than the rain against his face. "My parents have arranged my marriage. He's wealthy. He can give me a life you never could. And you have nothing. 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 Nothing." The black luxury car waiting at the curb felt like a coffin. She slid inside. Before closing the door, she whispered, "Don't wait for me. You'll never reach my level." And she was gone. Ryan stood there, drenched, numb. The world blurred around him. Puddles reflected streetlights, and tears alike. He didn't cry. He couldn't. He made a vow. "If money is the only difference between us, I'll make that difference so massive she won't recognize me when she sees me again." Months turned into years. Ryan moved to Manhattan, where ambition mattered more than background. He rented a tiny room above a laundromat. Food was often rice and beans. Clothes were threadbare. Sleep was rare, and every night he lay on the floor imagining a future where no one could call him nothing. He worked odd jobs, tutoring, delivery, cleaning offices. Every insult Olivia had ever given him, every smirk, every rejection, he stored it, filed it away like a weapon. Jake, his loyal best friend, stuck with him through everything. "You're gonna make it, man," Jake said one rainy night, carrying boxes at Ryan's tiny office. "Just don't lose yourself while you're at it." Ryan smiled weakly. "I won't. I have a plan. One day she'll see." By the second year, Ryan landed a junior position at a small tech startup. The pay was barely enough to survive, but it was a start. He worked day and night, learning everything about business, finance, coding, and strategy. Failures came often, but he treated them as lessons. Every rejection fueled him. Every no whispered, "Do better. Be better." Meanwhile, Olivia lived in her golden bubble, designer boutiques, high society parties, lavish family dinners. The more Ryan struggled, the more she believed she had made the right choice. Money had convinced her she had chosen wisely. 5 years passed. Ryan's life started to change. He co-founded a small tech firm with 2 friends. The first contract? Small. Hardly enough to celebrate. But the victory felt monumental. He poured his heart into it. Every setback became a building block. Every insult he'd suffered was fuel for his relentless climb. By year 8, Ryan had an empire of his own. Multiple offices, employees, contracts bringing in revenue he never thought possible as a kid from Brooklyn. His old neighborhood called him the guy who made it. The boy who had nothing had become untouchable. One afternoon, after closing a multi-million-dollar contract, Ryan returned to his Manhattan office. The receptionist interrupted. "Sir, someone here to see you. She says it's urgent. Says it's for a job interview." He raised an eyebrow. "Send her in." And there she was. Olivia. The girl who had rejected him 10 years ago. Not the poised, golden girl from his memories. Tired eyes, simple dress, hair not styled, no jewelry. She froze. Ryan. He adjusted his tie.
Come. Cold.
Professional.
Yes.
Please sit. Her hands shook. Tears streamed down her cheeks. She held a resume folder like it was her last lifeline.
I
made a mistake, she whispered. I thought money was everything, her eyes pleaded. Please give me a chance, not for the job, for us. Ryan stared. Memories of first dates, stolen laughs, dreams shattered, all collided in his mind. He remembered the rain,
the car,
the words. He felt his chest tighten. Rage, longing, and pain fused together. He walked to the window, looked out at the city he had built from nothing. Golden sunlight reflected off glass towers. Cars honked. Life moved forward. He turned back to her. You were right, Olivia, he said softly. Back then, I had nothing. But now I have everything. Except feelings for you. Her world crumbled in an instant. Ryan didn't stop at just a few offices. He invested, expanded, diversified. Real estate, tech, and finance. He built an empire that made news headlines. Investors sought him out. Partners courted him. Every success fueled the legend of Ryan, the boy who had nothing, now a titan of industry. He hired hundreds of employees, mentored young talent, and built a charity to help kids from broken homes. Olivia tried to reach out privately at first. Texts, emails, phone calls. Ryan ignored them all. She finally arrived at his office, begging. She wasn't glamorous anymore. The shine of her wealthy life had dulled. Failed investments, broken relationships, and the harsh realization that the world didn't bend to privilege alone had left her humbled. Ryan looked at her, calm, confident. I've built everything, he said, voice steady. And you came back only when you needed something. Tears fell. I made a mistake. You made a choice, Ryan said softly. I made a life. Olivia begged, pleaded, tried to remind him of their past. Ryan listened silently. He felt a pang of old emotion, but the years of struggle and pain had strengthened him. I remember every word you said that night in the rain, he said. You told me I was nothing. I used that. And now nothing you say can change what I became. She fell silent. The office was quiet, only the hum of the city outside. Ryan pressed the bell on his desk. Next candidate. Olivia walked out, finally understanding that the boy she left was now untouchable. Ryan smiled faintly. The city below was his empire, his life. And for the first time in 10 years, he felt complete. Ryan often thought back on that rainy night. The pain, the heartbreak, the struggle, it was all necessary. Without it, he wouldn't be who he was. Sometimes, life doesn't give revenge. It gives something better. It gives success, dignity, and the chance to say, no. Broken Heart, the end.